So the election is over and Trump won, and a lot of people are very happy about that. Me personally, I didn't vote for Trump, but he did win, so he is about to be in the White House. Part of, I think, what people's concern is now is this whole Project 2025 initiative. He said he didn't know anything about it. I don't believe that because his team is the one that wrote it. So there were people in his last administration and some other people who got together and put this whole thing together. People have been talking about it for the last year, but I don't think anybody really read it. No regular voters really read it. The people on the Democratic side have been talking about how it's going to take away your rights and it's going to discriminate and make it possible for companies to discriminate more, and just been saying all kinds of things to scare people about it. I'm the type of person, you can't get on here and just say something to me and I'm just gonna believe it. Like, oh, that person said that, oh, that's what it is. I don't do that. I'm actually a fact checker. I go and check and see what somebody said, if it's true or not. But a lot of people don't do that. I actually blame that on social media. For the past 25 years or so, people have been so used to just getting on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, and just taking what people say on there as the truth. Nobody checks anything. Nobody verifies anything anymore. And I think the biggest reason why Trump got into office, in my opinion, is because of immigration. I think a lot of his supporters just don't like the fact that there's so many Mexican people in this country, which is really crazy to me because they're calling them, illegal immigrants and aliens and stuff. But Mexicans are actually like native to this continent. Like they actually belong here. Europeans are not. So for them to call them like illegal aliens and all that is ridiculous to me. I have no problem with Mexicans. I have no problem with any race of people, that's who they are. So, but I think that was the biggest issue with people. They say the economy and immigration, but I think it was really immigration. Trump talked about doing a mass deportation of all these illegal immigrants, and they love that. I think he really will try to do that. I don't know how successful he's going to be, but I think he will try to do that. But the other thing they said too was the economy. But if you actually think about it, deporting Mexicans is going to have a big effect on the economy. I actually went to Project 2025, and went to look for the part that talked about immigration, and I did find it. And it's actually, the actual name for Project 2025 is called the Mandate for Leadership. Anybody can go online and look for it and find the PDF of it, and you can go through all 900 pages and read every section. But who's going to do that? Most people ain't going to do that. But I did. I didn't read all 900, like I said, but I went to that part. I did find that part. And it's on page 611 and 612. So you can go to that section, and that section talks about the immigration. It's called Putting American Workers First. That's what the section is called. And it talks about immigration, and it talks about the main two things that they use for immigration. H-2A visas and H-2B visas. Now, I learned something because I didn't know anything about these visas. I didn't know what they were about. But apparently the H-2A visa is used by immigrants who come over here and do temporary agricultural work. So these are the people that you see probably in the vineyards and out on the farms, who harvest all the fruits and vegetables and all that stuff. They get an H-2A visa, and it allows them to work over here temporarily. Then they also have H-2B visas. And these are temporary visas that let immigrants come over and do temporary work in non-agricultural jobs. So these are going to be the hospitality workers or the construction workers, or those types of people. So those are the main two ways that they get them over here. And I was actually looking, and because I'm like, well, how much do these people get paid when they come over here? And they actually get paid above the minimum wage. Like H-2A workers in California, they have to be paid a minimum of, I think it's $19.75 an hour. And across the country in different states, the lowest I saw, I think, was 1581, I think. I think that's here in North Carolina. But they get paid well above the minimum wage. But it's temporary work. So they're not going to be working for years in that job. So those people come over here and do those jobs. And what the mandate is saying is that they want American employees to do those jobs. So they want to discourage employers from using these visas. They actually want to put a cap on the amount that they can bring over here now. And then they actually want to phase it out and have Americans do those jobs, which, I mean, I get that. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's going to be more expensive if they put Americans in those jobs, only because if the immigrants are getting paid this rate and they're not getting no taxes taken out of it, you put Americans in those jobs, they're going to want to get paid more because they are getting taxes taken out of those checks. And if the employers have to pay them more, then they're just going to take that extra cost and pass it on to consumers when they go to sell the stuff. So that's going to make stuff more expensive if they're able to do that. Also, like with government contracts and stuff too, the government uses these employers that use those workers. And the government now, under this mandate, is going to try to make it so that employers who bid on government contracts have to have at least 70% of their employees be American citizens. And they're going to try to ramp it up over time to 95%. If you have to use American citizens for these jobs, you're going to have to pay them more, and that's going to make stuff more expensive. That's going to make it more expensive for the government. So I don't know how they're going to work that. They're probably going to fight that. But for the rest of us, you probably are going to have to pay more if these companies have to use American citizens versus all these immigrants that everybody wants kicked out. So, that's just something to think about. That's just one thing that I was reading about in there. I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff, and I'm actually going to go look through it and see what else is in there. But other people too, now that he's in office, you might want to go and just look through it and just read up on actually what they're going to be trying to do, and see if you still agree with your decision to vote for him. So let me know what your thoughts are on his election and what you think is going to happen. I encourage everybody to go and look up Project 2025 and read it for yourself, just to make sure what people are telling you is actually true and that you know for yourself. So that's all I got for now. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.